welcome back to my channel. I am pretty excited about today's video. It just seems like fun, but today I'm going to be trying out 5 different makeup tips from 5 different celebrities / models. So I picked out 5 of my favorite tips that I found, all from different videos from 5 different people, and we're going to be testing them out today. So I have tips from Adriana Lima, the Victoria's Secret model, Hilary Duff, who I love. I watched Lizzie McGuire when I was little, loved all of her music, love her and younger. I just love Hilary Duff. We got Rihanna, everyone loves Rihanna, and Zendaya, and then Ashley Graham, also love Ashley Graham too. I like all these people, but I thought it would be fun to try some of their tips out. Actually, my friend Melissa gave me this idea and I just dove into it because it sounded like so much fun. So I'm going to put my hair a little bit back so I can get it out of the way. I think I'm going to have a very glowy look today because I'm gonna be mixing in some stuff that's gonna make it extra glowy. So I'm gonna be trying these tips and tricks with products I already own instead of with the products that they used. They used different things like drugstore. Rihanna, of course, used a Fenty product. So I'm gonna just be using what I have here at home. I thought that would be a fun way to do this. So the first tip I have is from Adriana Lima. So she said that her tip is to take her BB cream and mix it with a primer instead of putting the primer first.
BB cream, primer. You see, I mix it up like that. Ta-da! You just go for it.
I think she used a Maybelline BB cream or whatever, but I'm gonna use the Purito because it's my favorite. I'm gonna be mixing it in with the Milani Soft Focus Glow. That's why I think that this is gonna be super glowy. This is called Complexion Enhancer. It is a primer-esque type of thing, so I thought it would be fun to use with this. She goes in on her hands, but I'm gonna be doing a different foundation trick with my sponge. I'm actually gonna be using a blending sponge today. So I'm gonna actually put this on my palette and kind of mix it together, and let's see kind of what we're working with. That's the primer. Let me take some of the BB cream. I gotta take 2 different shades. So I'm just kind of mixing it all together. We're gonna make this shade work. The BB cream has a weird way of kind of adjusting to your skin tone, but I do wish that they had more shades. Like the Misha BB cream that Jessica Braun really loves has way more shades now, and I think that if Purito did that, they could have more clientele because they only have 3 shades. Of course, it is a Korean line, so they don't need to have that many shades for their Korean clientele, but now that it's kind of made its way over to the States, I think it would be great if they could widen that shade range a little bit. All right, so the next trick I'm gonna be trying out is the one that Hilary Duff said, which is swirling your foundation onto your face with a sponge. So a lot of people dab. Well, she kind of goes in with actually the pointer tip. She uses a regular beauty blender, but I'm using the Flower Beauty, and she kind of swirls it.
I'm using the point, and I'm kind of rolling my beauty blender into all the little corners, like my eyes.
So she kind of uses the point and rolls it. I'm gonna try it. I'm not used to putting foundation or BB cream on before the rest of my makeup. It's just such a weird feeling. I mean, it probably does make it look pretty seamless because you're kind of really working it into the skin. I am gonna take it on the back of the beauty blender and try to get it on there first and then swirl it, because I think that's kind of what she did, but I wanted to try the method of swirling it before I patted it in. I like the primer with the BB cream, and let me try kind of getting it on there. I have a huge pimple on my chin. I love that, right in my lip. Her skin is so pretty. I'm envious. It does kind of work it really well. I do think for somebody who has more to cover, like myself, maybe getting it on there with a sponge or a brush, whatever your preferred way first, and then if you wanted to make it look super seamless, kind of doing what she's doing with the sponge by swirling it in there, Honestly, it feels so weird to not have anything else on but primer and foundation. First of all, this BB cream is so pretty. So I'm just kind of swirling it. She kind of goes under her nose. I'm kind of referencing it over here.
Into
She's rolling it.
all the little corners, like my eyes.
Get it in like the nose creases and the eye crease, just kind of like rolling it. It's like the weirdest, like, I don't know how she does that, but I mean, overall, things are looking pretty good. I'm gonna have to put eye makeup on because this looks crazy. So I really like the foundation mixing with the BB cream. I think that that kind of like eliminates an extra step of needing to put the primer on first. I mean, it doesn't save a whole lot of time, but like if you were really in a rush and you still wanted to add primer, I think it's a nice little hack. The rolling of the Beauty Blender, I don't know if it's because I'm dumb, but I can't figure out how to do it. I feel like I just have more luck like just going directly onto my skin. I think if you can master the rolling of the sponge, maybe you would like it, but I can't seem to get it. The next hack I'm gonna be trying out is Rihanna's, why did I say it like that? Rihanna's, where she says she warms up her stick concealer. It's a Fenty Beauty concealer, but I'm gonna be using this one. It's from Revlon, it's the Photo Ready. And she warms it up on her skin first.
This I actually like to warm up on my hand first. Just like that. And then like one little swipe. Okay, now we're looking a little smoother.
What I thought she meant was to take it on here and then dot it, but no, she warms the stick up on her skin and then goes directly in with this. So I haven't used a stick concealer in a while, so this might be interesting. It does seem to make it a little bit easier to like slide instead of just going in directly, where if you were to use a stick concealer and you went in directly, it would probably be a little bit stiffer. So of course, then I'm just gonna blend it in with a sponge like I normally do. I do think it softened it up a little bit. Like I think that putting it on the back of my hand kind of helped it become a little bit easier to work with, not so stiff, and it blended right in. I am gonna just go ahead and put it on my eyes since I don't have eye makeup on like I normally do. I typically put eye makeup on first, if you're new here. If you're not, you know that I have a really weird order typically. But yeah, I do think that it helped it like become more blendable on the under eye. I think it actually did a pretty good job of like just melting right into the skin. All right, so I finished the rest of my makeup except for the last two tips. So the next one we have is from Zendaya. And she was talking about how she likes to use eyeshadow for her highlight.
If you want a cool highlighter, like, and I mean for your face, sometimes you can find the coolest highlighters as eyeshadows, because it's basically the same thing. Take this right here, and look at this. Right? And blend it out. And now you have a highlight. Look at that.
So I picked the e.l.f. Cream and Sugar Bite Size Quad to do this because I felt like this was probably the best out of all I have for like my skin tone. So we're gonna try it. Got a little Milani highlighting brush here, and let's see. This might be really, really sparkly. Yeah, this is very gleamy, but it does work. I typically don't apply highlight this gleamy or in this way. Typically I get a more subtle highlight, but sometimes I like to do this. I really like this side. It looks pretty good. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Look at that. That works. So if you didn't really have a highlight, like a singular highlighter, and you wanted to use a highlight, you could definitely just use like a cream toned or whatever tone would work for your skin tone eyeshadow, and it would work perfectly. I think that that looks actually pretty good. So the last one is personally one of my favorite tips, and it's from Ashley Graham, and she says that to line her lips, she actually uses an eyebrow pencil. She is a Revlon ambassador, so she was using a Revlon eyebrow pencil, but I'm gonna use my CoverGirl one. She said this is a nice way to kind of contour your lips and like fake having plumper lips, which I'm definitely looking for.
Take a eyebrow liner, just kind of shade out a little bit. Shading out the lips, honey. This is why people think that you get like lip injections, because you can just make them look bigger in one makeup sesh. Meanwhile, they just use a little bit of a darkening shade. Because who would have ever thought to use this as a lip liner? See how it just kind of like pulls them open?
She has much plumper lips than I do. I've got like these little things, still trying to find them, but let me see exactly how she does it. I think she does it in a particular way. It looks like she's kind of ignoring her Cupid's bow. That might be weird looking on me, but we're gonna try it. And she's kind of just going over like the top of her lips.
Shading out the lips, honey.
Shading out the lips.
This is why people think that you get like lip injections, because you can just make them look bigger in one makeup sesh.
So then she kind of does this. I feel like I look stupid. And she has much prettier lips than I do. I mean, all lips are pretty, but she has much fuller lips. She like kind of contours it. She kind of went, I think, this might look really weird because I don't really have a Cupid's bow. But then she puts on lipstick. So let me just put on, this is the Shein lipstick. It does kind of contour. I mean, it does make my lips look plumper, but I feel like I look weird with my Cupid's bow kind of just ignored. I think that this technique or tip would work best if you already have fuller lips. Like Ashley Graham already does have pretty voluptuous, beautiful lips. And so going over her Cupid's bow doesn't look as stupid as it does on me. Like when I went over my Cupid's bow, it kind of made me look like I was trying too hard. I mean, I think it's definitely giving the illusion from like a distance that maybe I have fuller lips, but up close, like I kind of feel like a clown. So yeah, I think that even though it's kind of negating what she's saying about making your lips look naturally fuller, I think you pretty much already have to have more lips than I do for this to actually work. I think for me, it looks like just a little bit too try hard. Like, you know what I mean? It looks like I'm trying too hard. But if you already have fuller lips and you kind of just want to make them look a little bit juicier, a little bit plumper, I think that this could work, but it just isn't working for my thin lips, I don't think. So overall, I actually found this video really fun. My favorite tips were the mixing the primer with the BB cream, and actually the warming up the concealer on the hand was a really nice trick as well, especially if you were more into using like stick concealers over liquid concealers. I think it's a really quick tip, and actually these kind of tips helped me feel like I was getting ready faster. So I liked that, and I also really liked the highlight, like the highlight tip where you use your eyeshadow as your highlight. I thought that was really cool. Like I said, the brow pencil for the lip liner, I mean, I think it's a cool idea, and if you didn't have a lip liner but you wanted to line your lips, I think it totally would work. But in terms of like making my lips look fuller, it just looks kind of silly. Like I feel like without a Cupid's bow, I just look like I'm trying too hard because I don't really have full lips as it is. But I do think that if you are someone who has fuller lips, perhaps this would really work on you. But I am going to kind of play with each of these techniques a little bit more to see if there's a way that I can get them to work for me. But as of right now, the eyebrow pencil didn't work for me. I couldn't master the swirling my foundation like Hilary Duff was doing. It just kind of felt wrong or weird, like I'd never done it before. You know, if you can, it might work, but it wasn't working for me. But anyway, I hope you guys liked this video and liked this kind of video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, hit the notification bell down below, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Also, let me know if you want to see more of these videos, like testing out other celebrities' makeup tricks, or maybe following one of their routines or something like that. That would be really fun. And don't forget that I also upload different lifestyle kind of videos and vlogs and like fashion videos and all that good stuff. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!